bit through those webinars, but I'd also like to get to know you in person. So if you wouldn't mind, I know you know each other very well by now, but for my own benefit, if we could go around the room and if you could say your name, one sentence about your background, and then one thing about you that no one in this room knows about you, which by now may be a little challenging, so it's going to push you to start thinking early in the morning.
And I will be the first.
I'm so sorry.
And
Yes.
Yeah. Now I need to know. I need to think about what they do. But okay, I'm Olga Sanchez. I'm a Congolese missionary sister. I'm from Mexico, Chihuahua, in the north of Mexico. I worked in Brazil for 10 years with indigenous people there, and from Brazil I came here to the United States 2012 to learn English and to study, and after to work. Now I'm working with an NGO in New York, so I have my community in Baltimore and I go back and forth, Baltimore, New York.
And one thing about you.
I like, but I think that they know. I like to dance. I like to dance. Yeah,
I did not know that.
I like to dance. I like to play the guitar, even though I don't know very well. But it's something that I like. So.
That's why you like the guitar music so much the other night at my house. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Thank you very much. That was a great example.
Okay. Okay. My name is Viola. I am from Turkish now. And the East Pakistan has two names. I have to tell you, otherwise you don't find from the mess. The Chinese government called it Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region of China, or the Xinjiang province. And if you type in Xinjiang, you will find the information and you find that place on the map. And I left my country when I was 23. And I came to Australia first because I'm married to an Australian, but he is my ethnic group. But he came to Australia long ago. He's native Australian kind of person. And then I had a family in Australia, work, professional life, everything. And I came to the United States in 2009 because of the invitation of one of the human rights activists. And she saw me when she went for a conference to Australia. And we met, we talked, and she felt that I would be very helpful for her if I come to the United States, join her in her organization. And that's how I ended up coming to the United States. And the first step, it was just for 3 years contract.
Is this the thing about you no one else knows, or the background?
I think they don't really know. Okay, and then that's how I ended up in the United States, and I started work for the Human Rights Organization, and until I'm working for them. But although the organization changed from one to another, but they do the same, similar stuff. And so it's been about 8 years now I'm in the United States. The thing that I think everybody knew. I have everything.
We found out some new
Just
things.
okay, we learned
Yeah.
a few more new things about the journey.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Just one thing that they don't know at all, I love dancing.
You also love
They're
dancing.
going to have a
I'm
party.
gonna have a party.
We're gonna have a dance party.
Okay.
The program and dancing dance party.
Yes, you do too.
Great, great.
We're gonna find a club or something.
I know. This is terrific.
And
Okay.
I understand everything through music, so it's just fantastic.
I agree. I'm with you. You could introduce yourself very briefly about your background and one thing nobody else knows.
I'm Robbie Pentecost. I'm a Franciscan sister, and I am currently in the Appalachian region and have worked a lot with women, but a lot, with justice issues in that region. And probably something people don't know about me is when I was in high school, I was on the debate squad, and on more than one occasion we won, my partner and I.
Watch out, don't argue with Robbie.
You probably could have guessed.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Gada.
Yeah.
Okay, Gada.
My name is Gada or Gada Razal. If you know the
Is
letters.
the Ra?
Ra.
Ra.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
okay.
is Gada Razal.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have my master's degree in English language teaching. I have another degree in, also a master's degree in comparative religion. I left Syria by the end of 2013, and I went to Qatar. I worked there as a translator before I was a lecturer at the university in Syria, and I came here in August. I applied for asylum, and I met Kristen, and I applied for this program, and I'm here now. What did you want to know? Maybe, I don't know if you know, I studied, I like languages. I studied French, Persian, Hebrew.
That's
This is
great.
Yes.
Terrific, very impressive.
And you like to dance, you said.
I like to dance, and I like to swim and to ride horses.
Woo!
Why do you want me to ride?
Yeah, Renaissance woman.
I have a horse now.
I know from my farm.
Oh, where are your farm?
See, this is what we learn when we start sharing these things. Okay.
I'm Patricia Aranefo from Nigeria. I belong to the Congregation of Daughters of Mary, Mother of Mercy, DMMN, or the Mimi.
That's very musical.
Yeah. I joined the congregation 36 years ago. I had my 25 years anniversary on 2015, 2 years back. Because that 36 years included all my formation period. I read accounting. Also, I had DSc in computer science. But I later specialized in accounting. By the special grace of God, I have a PhD in accounting. And I'm teaching. I'm a teacher. And I'm in love with writing.
Thank you. Kristen,
Oh, wow.
everyone introduces themselves.
Well, you know my name and what I do. You guys are what I do. I told them when we first started, I was like, I will be your tour guide on this cruise ship for the week. One thing that nobody knows about me, I have a degree in Egyptology, the study of ancient Egypt. And I read hieroglyphics.
You read hieroglyphics?
I do, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's my random fact.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I'm Courtney, and I have spent a lot of time, as I think a lot of you know, I'm doing work in Southeast Asia with the Institute for Global Engagement. I'm trying to think of something that people don't know about me, but you may know this, but they may not know this, is that I'm actually a pretty good cook and a baker. Like, I can make really good desserts. Like, if you have a cake that you've always ever wanted, I could probably whip it up for
I'm
you.
gonna remember that.
We want to try it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
remember that.
I have a dream goal, life goal of, it's funny, it's a life goal of mine, is to become a crazy old lady. I really want to just be really insane, and I decided, when I hit 60, I'm just gonna just do whatever I want, say whatever I want, go wherever I want.
Let it all hang out.
Just wear leopard print spandex if I want, just be completely free, and I don't know, I just look forward to aging, because I feel...
Why should you wait until 60?
That's true! That is true.
Just do it now. Yeah.
Just do it now? All right.
Wear the leopard spandex while you can wear the leopard spandex.
Oh, that's true.
There we go.
Thank you, Courtney.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Sister Cecilia Espinilla, a Dominican sister from the Philippines. I finished college, accountancy major. I have a master's in theological studies and a candidate, doctoral candidate on educational management and leadership. So I had been in the school for more than 30 years until they assigned me to be the head of the Justice and Peace and Integrity of Creation Office of the congregation. And so because of that, I'm now doing an anti-human trafficking work. The secret. It's secret.
What's secret?
I can't tell you, otherwise it wouldn't be a secret
You don't
anymore.
have to tell us secrets, but something that we don't
Okay,
know.
something that you do not know. My original plan in life is to become a lawyer, married, with children. I love to dance, to sing, and to laugh.
We are going to organize a party.
This is very exciting.
Please, Kristen, we need a party.
I was just telling Courtney that. Welcome back, Rayhana. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh.
No.
Oh, it looks like the,
Okay.
oh, that.
I'm gonna try and get the camera back online.
Okay, while you're doing that, we're gonna move on to Yvonne.
Good morning. This is awesome. I love my group. Anyway, so I come from Burundi. It's in East Africa. It's a landlocked country. I currently in the U.S. Since a few years to complete a PhD in conflict reconciliation with the goal of really faith peace building. I am. What can I say? So something about me. I am fascinated recently by quantum physics.
Really?
And specifically understanding how the studies of black holes are currently unfolding the beginning of the universe and the constellation around it. And the reason I am fascinated about it, okay, I love cartoons, so, but it's really about understanding that there's the unknown and that we are small, and there are a lot of God is in the unknown. So in Africa, in Burundi, it's really bright on the equator. So when you look at the sky, you see multiple stars. It's majestic. And so there's a lot to learn about how small we are, but how we are interconnected with our universe. So,
Thank you, Yvonne. Margaret.
So I'm Margaret Weber. I founded an organization for advocating for women, influencing voices, as I was retiring. And something that you all don't know, I used to fly at my pilot's license.
We want to go to managers.
Yes.
All the extroverts want to go.
She's our pilot.
I heard the activity yesterday.
I don't think I want to take all my friends for a year.
So we're waiting, she's shutting her computer down and coming back in, so when she calls us back, maybe Rayhana can do her introduction. So.
Can you tell us something about you? We don't know.
I'm going to, I wanted to wait for Rayhana to join, because then I would start, but I didn't want to start and then go back. But I have so many things. My mother got her pilot's license when she was 8 months pregnant with me.
Oh, wow.
And they wrote an article on her saying, can she outfly the stork? I don't know
That's hilarious.
internationally, but in America there's this, we tell children that the stork, that this bird drops off babies, and that's how babies are born. So it was a funny connection. I have so much respect for women pilots. That's terrific. It's amazing.
I love to fly, but I had an accident once and it kind of took away, and I enjoyed it. It was mechanical, wasn't my fault.
Well, you're very lucky that you're here.
Yes,
We're very happy that you're here.
God was in charge.
I also love quantum physics, what little I understand of it, and I love to dance.
You are invited to our
So we
party.
really
Thank
have
you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We have a lot to talk about. Oh, excellent. Let's see if we get Rahana on the line, and then we will continue.
I'm calling her prematurely. I don't know if she's back online yet.
It's going to be a very interactive day today. I don't believe in lecturing about public speaking. I believe the only way to learn public speaking is through public speaking. Exactly. So everyone is going to be speaking today. I think we'll continue. We'll continue with our program, and then when she can join us.
Here she is. She's back. I know you can't see me. So I'm gonna keep working on it, but Rehana, if you want to go ahead and just say your name, where you're from, what you do, and one thing we don't know about you.
Right. With very briefly what you do, and mostly what we don't know about you.
Okay. Hi, my name is Rehana. I'm originally from, I don't know, maybe.
I can see you.
Oh, yeah. Barbados, and I grew up there. I did my studies in the UK and now just moved to Canada about a year ago. I'm currently the head of media and external relations at Islamic League Canada, which is one of the largest Muslim NGOs in the world. And before that, I was working in journalism and advocacy and campaigning. One thing that you don't know about me, I used to kind of be a professional swimmer. I used to swim in like school for swimming sports and so forth. That was a long time ago though.
Wow. Terrific. Well, thank you. We get to learn so many interesting things about each other when we share these facts. Wonderful. Well, my name is Allison Shapira. The fun fact that you may not know about me is that I trained as an opera singer. That was my first career aspiration, was to be an opera singer. When I left the field of opera, I never thought that what I learned as a singer would be relevant in the real world. I just thought it would be my fun fact for icebreakers, or my secret weapon at karaoke. And it is. But then I got my first job outside opera in the real world. And on the first day of the first job, I found out I would have to give speeches on behalf of my organization. How many of you remember the first speech you ever gave on behalf of something greater than yourself? How did it feel? It was horrible.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
That was an earthquake.
Earthquake. I was terrified as well. But I knew how to sing and dance on stage. So if they wanted me to, I could put on a green ball gown and stand in front of 2,000 people and sing. Oh, mio papino caro, mi piace bella, bella. That was my comfort zone.
Wow.
That was what I was comfortable doing. But if you asked me to put on a business suit and stand on stage with no background music and say thank you for coming, I couldn't do it. I was terrified. So I started to learn the skills of public speaking. And the more I learned about public speaking, the more I realized I actually already knew about public speaking. Through my musical training, I knew how to stand on stage, use eye contact to create an emotional bond with my audience. And I knew how to use breathing and breath support to add power and confidence and authority to my voice. I had stage presence. I simply had to convert it to executive presence. So as I was doing that conversion process, my bosses at my company started to take notice. So they would come to me for coaching on their public speaking. Then people outside of my office heard about it, and they started to come to me for advice. And a really important thing happened. I charged them money. And all of a sudden, I was an entrepreneur. Fast forward 15 years later, I teach public speaking and presentation skills full-time all around the world.
Oh, wow.
And the more I travel, the more I realize it doesn't matter what country you live in, what country you come from, what industry you're in, or what stage you're at in your career. Every single one of us has to stand in front of an audience, and that audience could be one or more, and deliver a message in order to have an impact on other people. My teaching rests on a core belief that each one of us has something powerful to say, on behalf of ourselves or on behalf of others. And public speaking is not simply about standing up and giving a presentation. Public speaking is about using our voice to exercise leadership, to stand up on behalf of ourselves or on behalf of others. And everything that we do today is going to be focused on that. We will look at the messaging of public speaking. How do we write a concise message? How do we write for the ear, not for the eye? Write to be heard as opposed to be read. Then we'll look at the delivery method. How do you stand up and deliver a speech in a way that feels authentic, looks confident and professional, and is appropriate in the context where we'll be speaking? And the best way to learn public speaking is by public speaking. It's a skill, not a talent. So you're going to be writing and delivering a speech here this morning. Every single person is going to write and deliver a speech this morning. You're so excited. And you're going to receive feedback from other people in this room, because the only way to get better is to learn about what you're doing well and what you can do to improve. I can imagine, I already get a sense in this room that this is a safe space where people are committed to helping one another improve. We're all here from a shared sense of purpose. And so I ask you to continue that safe space here today, because public speaking is something that makes us feel very nervous about ourselves. The fear of public speaking is a personal fear, because it's about how we appear to others. And so in order to work through that discomfort with speaking, we work through it together as a group, not as individuals. We help one another. As you have questions, please ask those questions throughout. We'll also have some time at the end. But the more you're speaking here, the more you're learning, and the more your colleagues are learning. So we're going to make this as interactive as possible. I also want to be careful to not teach how to public speak in America in an American context, because you speak all over the world. So as I say things, I'll be talking about global best practices. But if I say something that doesn't work in the context in which you're speaking, let us know. Speak up, push back, and say, that works here, not going to work so much when I go back home. And we can have a discussion around that. I can't be an expert in public speaking in every country, but you bring your expertise from where you live and educate us based on your experience. When I think about public speaking, I talk about all different types of speaking. It could be sitting down, it could be standing up, audience of one, audience of many. What are some of the situations in which you're speaking in public? What are some of those situations?
I've spoken at a lot of variety of church congregations, a variety of denominations. That's probably been the biggest arena that I've spoken in recent years.
Great. What else? What other examples?
Yeah, I spoke at panel discussions.
Speaking on a panel.
Yeah, panel discussions.
Absolutely.
And also, yeah, in that kind of situation, in the same, the informal discussions. And a formal presentation.
And a formal
That's
presentation.
terrifying. I still prefer, because I don't really have that kind of brave.
We're going to work on that. We're going to give you tools today. What else? What other situations?
Conferences
Speaking at conferences.
or university.
Sure, speaking in the classroom. What else?
Yes, academic conferences, but also diplomatic venues.
Diplomatic venues as well.
Symposium.
Speaking at a symposium. What else?
Yesterday, they all got up and shared to a group of Pepperdine students. Every single one of them, they talked about their interviews, and I thought, I think so.
Very good job.
I mean, it's,
I'm sure.
They're really on point.
So I always feel that I did bad.
I always feel like you did poorly.
Yeah, I always feel that it's not good enough. I missed something. I
So-
always be saying that way, that way. Always that's the thing that I never get rid of.
There are two versions of every speech. There's the version you write
Yeah.
and the version you give. And they're never the same.
Yes.
Sometimes they are completely different.
Sometimes they're completely different.
Terrible.
So what I'd like to do, if you can talk about, I'm going to ask you a question and ask you to answer it with the person next to you or with a group of three. What are the challenges you face when you speak? But, and then we'll talk about it. So what are the challenges and what do you hope to learn today? So that I can make sure, my goal is that you leave this session better than you joined it because of the skills that you've learned. So what do you want to learn and what are the challenges you face? Talk about it as a small group.
let's do Sylvia.
Margaret, would you be
Is that okay? Thanks for
And I can report it as well because we don't have someone to talk to.
I know for myself.
Hi. Yes, I can see you. Hi. How are you?
How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
So, what are the challenges that you face when you speak publicly?
So, okay, I guess for me, I've done a lot, like a few public speaking, but like, at events and panel discussions and stuff like that. I guess the challenge for me is, like, I have to know what I'm gonna say. I can't just talk at the top of my head, like, I find a lot of people do. So I like to, like, if I'm doing a speech, I have to write it out. And I like to have a piece of paper for me. If I'm saying something like that. If I'm doing a panel discussion, then I'm usually okay, but I still have to, like, be prepared. It just amazes me how people can just get up there and just start talking without, like, a paper or without, like, any preparation or anything like that. But I think that's what my challenge is. I find, like, if you're on a panel discussion, some of the questions that people ask, you sometimes, like, you can't think of it, so you have to, like, make it go over your head. So it's a little bit difficult to be in that space.
For me, I think I'm too data oriented and not